Hello again. It's me walking on the moors again, but you'd probably know that already if you watch my videos. Today, come out, started a bit late, about 3:30 I think, at Meldon Reservoir. Did this walk at the beginning of the year with the intention of camping, but that was when I found out that I couldn't do it because they had firing going on. But there's no firing going on in Oakhampton today. It's a beautiful, glorious day. It's 20 degrees, and I'm even in the shorts, so you might get to see a bit of my legs and compare them to Tony's. Tony Hobbs, he's always showing his legs off. But I'm not in a skirt though, so it's not too bad. Beautiful, beautiful day. My intention is to try my new Ticket to the Moon hammock, which I bought last week. So this is the first time, actually it's my first time ever in a hammock. Tried it for a little tester. Not sure if I'm being silhouetted by the sun here. A little tester the other day in the forest, and it was lovely just sitting in there swinging away. So I'm going to walk right to the end of Meldon Reservoir, then go up past Black Tor, keep on walking until I want to turn around back and hopefully see some trees that I can put my hammock up in. And then got chili con carne on the menu, and yeah, hopefully a nice. I don't think there's going to be any rain today, shouldn't be, but I bought my Gore-Tex jacket because there were a few grey clouds, so I still are just up in the distance there. Yeah, so it's nice to be back on the moors, and I shall see you guys in a minute. Cheers. I think you'll find this is many people's port of call for the night. This plane just at the end here, so I'm gonna just met some very nice people out for the day. Right, so I'm gonna go out to Black Tor and then see how far I keep on going, and turn around and find some trees. Just sat down for a quick rest before I start going up the hill. I'd have a little bit of peace and quiet. It's gorgeous around here. As I said, it's 20 degrees. It's actually quite hot for us in the UK. I think some other countries must laugh at that. Yeah, it's 20 degrees. It's like everyone gets all their summer gear out. In fact, just till recently, it's been about 12 degrees, and people have been doing the same thing. Yeah, but just at the bottom here, I'm going to go up this track here. I think Black Tor is just up from there. I'm going to carry on, see how far I can get. I might even actually I'm going to look out for a spot for my hammock, and then memorise where that is, and then so I know where that is, and then I can go. I might even cook my food up at Black Tor, and if I have to come a bit further down to my camping spot, then that's okay. I mean, it's only to sleep in, isn't it? And yeah, so hopefully I'll have a comfortable night in the hammock. Yeah, it'll be my first time. I was always worried about the hammock because of the curve. I always imagined that you couldn't sleep on your side, you'd have to sleep on your back, and I can't do that. But apparently I've been told that it's okay, it seems to level out, so we shall see. As I said, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. Didn't want to waste it. Sun will be down. I think the last light will be around, I don't know, about 9:30. And got a movie to watch and off to bed. Yeah, but looking forward to this one actually. See how the hammock is, but we shall see, won't we? I shall show you all the details. The only problem with walking at the bottom of a valley is there's huge amounts of water. I had to trek all the way from them forests over there very slowly because I'm not going to end up the same way as I did last time. I think that's Black Tor up there. I'm going to quickly look in that forest there, see if there's a good enough place to put my hammock up, and then I might take a trek up there with my food and have a meal. Almost looks like there's a tent up there. Might be. This time of year is probably quite popular. Another Dartmoor wanderer. He camps up there a lot, I think. Right, so through the marsh. So hope I don't end up up to my knees again. I've only got my shorts on this time, so it won't turn out as nice. Right, this is the forest I was pointing at. It's like an old forest, this is. I won't be making any fires in here. It's not like the Forestry Commission one, Fernworthy. This is ancient. I'm a bit worried about putting my hammock up above some rocks, because if my hammock does give way for whatever reason, I'm going to break my back in the middle of the night. I shall look for a bit of flatter ground. It's actually a really nice place here, actually. Being right down here in the valley. I'd imagine the sun's going to set right over there, right down the valley, so it should be a nice evening. Actually got a bit of a flat spot here. You can always put your tent in there. I've put my little bivvy bag just in case I do need to sleep on the floor. It's best to be prepared. It's nice and peaceful here, and I've got the river down there. Just because I've got a boil in the bag, chili con carne, so don't use my drinking water for that. I've only put 2 litres out with me today. I might bring a bit more next time, but it should do alright. Right, I'm going to go a bit deeper into the forest to see what there is. Whoever guesses or knows what this is and what it's good for, get extra points. You can always look for this stuff. If you're going to use it for what you need it for, you can use it later on to store it. I think I'm actually going to camp here with one of these 2 trees here. I think my hammock might be a bit long for it, but we shall see. If not, we can. But at least it hasn't got back-breaking rocks underneath it. It's beautiful forest. It's a shame that the sun's gone in. It's meant to be clear sun today, and we've got overcast. And I'm moaning about the weather. That's what I'm into. But yeah, this is gorgeous. Isn't it nice? This forest there, but this is lovely when the sun's out. Might be my new little stomping ground. Little stop. I'm using the hammock anyway. If I was tenting that, I would go to Black Tor, go to the top there. I want to do some more tours this year. I want to try and do maybe a 2-nighter. I've never done that before. But yeah, it just takes a bit of planning to do. Right, let's get started. I can set my hammock up. I think it's only around 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30 now. I can go for a little walk down there, go down to the river, get some water to boil my food in, and just make sure everything's ready. It's a bit of an odd feeling actually, not knowing exactly where you're going to camp. Normally I know exactly where I'm going to camp, but as soon as I was using the hammock, you are a bit more restricted. But those trees seem perfect. I'm not damaging anything, and I'm off the ground, so it's mainly on level or not. It seems perfect. So we shall see how it goes. I've put the hammock between these 2 trees here because of it wouldn't. It's too long for the other 2 trees. But I've actually put it quite low. When I sit on it, I'm actually very low. So even if I do fall out, I won't have far to travel. So unfortunately, it looks like it's about to rain the hell out of me. So I'm going to quickly get my tarp up. So at least I've got some kind of shelter. There we go. Not too bad for my first proper setup. It's the first time I set it up on my own with the tarp. The tarp is actually just slightly too short. I never thought that would be the case. I think it's 3 metres long, that is. And you see the ends of the hammock just slightly out, so they would collect water, although you know, I'm obviously not 3 metres long myself, so I'll be in the middle, so I'll be out of the rain, but I would imagine it will collect in the top there, so we shall see. It is looking like it's going to rain. It hasn't rained so far. Yeah, but I really like it so far. I've not got on it yet. Shall see what happens. I'll end up on my arse, I know. And there we go. It's making some funny noises. Do like, you've got to have a lot of faith in your knots. I can't see why these knots would give in. They are making some noises, but I think they're just bedding in. I do weigh about 17 stone. This is nice. Put the tarp quite far down. Well, it would be nice just to not have the tarp, but as I said, the clouds looked like it was going to rain. But even so, I've learned that even when it doesn't rain, you get so much condensation around there that your stuff will still get sopping wet in the evening. You don't really want that. I'm liking it so far. I bought my sleeping mat, insulation mat, so that'll go underneath me. I've got my 2-season bag, should be right, and I've got my softy jacket and my softy trousers if I need it, just to keep me a bit insulated. I know that you're off the ground, so the wind comes through, and the tarp isn't shielding my bottom from the wind on my back. I can feel it in my back at the moment. I'm a bit disappointed that the sun went away, but obviously that made me sweat. So I'm starting to chill a bit now. I'm hoping the sun's going to come back out again. Right, okay, so now the main bit's done. I'll put my sleeping bag in here, and I'm going to go for a little walk. And you can come along with me. The sun's trying to come out. Come on, sun. You can do it. Apparently, okay, I'm going to show you this, even though it's got the answer to what I was asking you earlier. This is Black-a-tor copse, which I should have gone for a proper walk through here. Would have been nice to camp by the river. Although a bit noisy. I'll probably get used to it though. So many branches around come down. Obviously it's an ancient forest, so it's not dead wood on these trees, but we've had high winds throughout the winter. I'm going to go down to the river and get some stream water to get my rice in. Well, not rice, but get the bag of food in, so I don't use up my drinking water. I've left my camp and all my stuff up there, but I don't think there's anyone around. I'm not seeing anyone. Not that you can see my camp, it's all camouflaged, so. Now I'm loving my army boots. I'm sure I mentioned that before, but yeah, I've got these army Gore-Tex boots. Seeing as on my last video I went up to my knees in a marsh and a bog. I'm not sure the camera ever gets the scope of this, but it's just so big. Just walk out into the clearing here, and I mean, they've got to be. I mean, I know it's High Will Haze is just over there, and the Tor I think it's around here as well. I think if you go over the top of that ridge, I think you end up at Kitty. I'm slowly getting fitter and fitter. I'll go out and further and further. I think that's the best place to get water from. Let's try it. Thought I'd come a bit further up, just sit up here for the evening. The sun's going to come down over that ridge quite early, so I thought I'd make my food up here, why not? Sit up here, it's getting late. I don't think it's till you're up here that you actually get the sense of the size of the place. I'm tempted to go all the way up to Black Tor, which is right behind me. So just up there, right behind me. There we go, there's my windshield in action. Sheep are looking at me thinking, what's that over there? Sun is still up in the sky. That's what I want to see. I'm not particularly hungry, it's about 6:30. No, I don't feel hungry at all. So I'm just making myself a brew. Got my trusty camp gas stove. El Cheapo. It still works. No problem whatsoever. Here's a question for you. I've got water from the stream there, but I've got normal rice. I don't want to waste my drinking water on the rice. So what I was thinking was taking the water from the stream, boiling it for, I think you meant to have it a rolling boil for 3 minutes, which kills off anything in it. And there's no particles in it that I can see. Well, I'll see in a minute. So I would have thought that would sterilise it. So if I do it for a good 5 minutes, that should. I know that rice isn't particularly clean when you're cooking it anyway, so that's why I have to cook and make sure it's cooked properly. So I'm just going to try that. Well, you won't need to answer that because I'll either be very ill tomorrow, or I would have answered my own question. Yeah, and then I think what to do after that. I'll probably just put the rice into the bag. Either do it that way, or I think I might just cook the sauce in the pan. I know it's going to be a mess, but at least that saved me water as well. But that windshield definitely works. It boiled my kettle in a good, it must have been 2 minutes, and literally to the point that it's boiling out of the top of the kettle. So it's suddenly erupted. So it's definitely, I know that that's the way to do it, but I never realised it was that made that much of a difference. But I'm loving this, just sitting there. Yeah, I was worried what you're going to do, whether you're going to be bored when, in the evenings, when you're on your own, that is. But no, I've sat here for a good half an hour now, just contemplating my navel, and loving it. Sit here. Well, as I said, the sun won't be down till 9:30. Yeah, 9:30, and then I'll go back to camp, get in my sleeping bag and watch a film, go to bed, be up early. I'm thinking about packing up tomorrow morning and going up to Black Tor, and then walking a ride across to Highwell Hayes, because then I can walk down the side of there, and then we'll end up at the car park, back at the van. I would imagine that I'll be up early tomorrow, so that'd be nice. Won't be anyone around. Not that I mind anyone being around. Just seen two people walking on the other side of the river. So they're out for the evening, an evening walk. I expect there are other people camping out here today. And the sun decided to come out. I'm glad it did, because it is still pretty cold when the sun is down. I don't know whether I don't think there's much of a wind. I'm staying down in that copse there. I love it when the sun goes down on the tors. Looks awesome. Just love the fact that, you know, apart from when we do camp at these places, this place is, apart from the sheep and the wildlife and the ponies, whatever, they're the only ones that will be around at this time of night. You get some bonkers people coming out and camping. The sheep are looking at you like you're an idiot. I had my chili con carne, that was fantastic. Well, fantastic. I think I had a bit too much rice. It's a great thing about rice, that you can take a little tiny tubful and it just expands. So it's a great filler in it. Had a coffee. I think it's about 8 o'clock now. I'm going to be up here for another, I don't know, half an hour. Then I'll go back, get into my hammock. I wanted to watch this. I think the sun should be going down around, I think it's about 20 to 9. It would be nice to see the sun go down, especially while you're up here, might as well. So I'll show you that later on. Right, in my hammock. So about 9:15. Yeah, really like it so far. I think I have set it too low. It's literally about an inch off that rock. As I really hope that it doesn't go, but even if it does go, it just gives me a bit of a bruised bum, I think. I'm just gonna, just lovely, just sitting there. I've got a bit of a headache at the moment, but just sitting there, I could easily just fall asleep right now. Just swings you gently to sleep. Do like this. I must admit, it's a bit of a experience getting into the thing and then getting into your sleeping bag, but I'm sure I'll get better than that. Better at that. Right, I'm gonna turn in for the evening. I'm gonna watch a movie now and then drift off to sleep, and then I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. As you can see, I've packed away. It was an interesting night, as always. I always say that, don't I? I think there's a bit of an art to using a hammock, and I've got to learn it. You've got to be good at trapeze acts. You've got to have balance. You've got to have. Oh, yeah, that was me. I set the hammock out, put my sleeping mat in the bottom there, put my sleeping bag on the top, sleeping mat on the bottom, sleeping bag on the top, and then as you're getting in it, of course, that all goes to the top. you know, that just all goes everywhere. So and then you've got to try and get yourself in there, and then you've got to make sure you're positioned rightly. And in the middle of the night, I'd realised that my hammock had actually slowly expanded. It must have stretched, or one of the knots must have maybe the rope was expanding, because the ropes were all the knots were tight. And I was actually had my bum on the rocks below me, so that wasn't. I had to get up in the middle of the night and sort that out. And once I got that sorted out, thought it was going to be all right. But now I couldn't sleep on my side. The hammock seemed biased to one side, so every time I got into a certain position, it felt like it's going to tip on the other side. And then my pillow dropped out of the hammock, and it was too far to reach. And to get out, of course, you have to put your boots back on, and it was a bit of a nightmare. So I think I must have got about, probably combined, about an hour's sleep last night. But yeah, it was odd, because I was actually really comfortable. Once you got into the right position, you're really comfortable. But for some reason, I just didn't want to sleep. I can't sleep on my back. It just doesn't happen. But yeah, really nice sleeping bag, hammock. Yeah, can't even think. The hammock's absolutely awesome. I think that ticket to the moon thing's just incredible. The fabric is so strong. Well, I'm a heavy guy, so it seems quite good. It's also good that you don't leave any marks around. You know, there's no trace whatsoever that I've been here, apart from maybe a line in the tree, but that's about it. Right, so now I'm going to trek up there. I'm going to trek up this hill here. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way out to Black Tor. I'm going to head towards Highwell Hayes and then go down the side of there to the car park. And the sun is come up. You can see it over the top there on the hill, so it should be a nice view from the top. I'll see you at the top. What a rude awakening. Trying to traverse that hill all the way up here, right from the start. But what a reward! Look at this. 6:30 in the morning. It's not where I'm heading for. Another gorgeous day. Not too cold either. Black Tor up there. Beautiful. Well, it would seem I've made a bit of a mistake. I thought Highwell Hayes and the Tor were right by the side of Meldon, but as you can see, way over there. I was thinking this is a bit too easy. Seems to be all downhill. I thought I was going to end up Highwell Hayes. No, not at all. But that's going to be another day. That was a bit of an awesome peak. Yeah, I think what I might do is maybe go up to Black Tor, go the same route that I've just done, and then go right along the edge there and camp up there one day. Very soon, I hope. I think that's a bit of an achievement. Just a bit more on the hammock. Although I'm not sure, because I always want to go for the DD hammock, because I like that one because it's actually got a compartment underneath to put your sleeping mat in. So as I learnt from last night, your sleeping mat it just moves around like mad when you're trying to adjust yourself in your sleeping position. So yeah, the DD hammock's got that section underneath, which I think they could have done with the Ticket to the Moon one. But I guess the answer would be to get a sleeve. I think you get a quarter sleeve that actually goes over the hammock to actually insulate you a bit. Yeah, apparently that hammock, I think there's a video online, the Ticket to the Moon one, of it. They actually filled it up with around, I think it was something silly like 2 tons of rock, or 1 ton of rock. And the actual straps the nautical ropes gave way before the fabric on the hammock did. And it's made with parachute silk, so very, very strong stuff. So I will try the hammock again, but I just had to think about it and make some adjustments and make sure everything's sorted out before I get into bed. I can't believe what a fantastic morning this is. The military flagpole, top of Meldon Reservoir, just down there. Let's get down the side of this hill now, and I'll be back home. I'll take this opportunity to say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. There's going to be loads more of these videos. Hopefully, I've actually used Sports Tracker today, so I might even plot my routes for other people who want to do the same routes, so they can actually see what's going on and try it out themselves. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Thanks.